Alright, so we're starting a little bit late because I had some technical difficulties. My computer mysteriously didn't open Final Fantasy XIV properly. So I rebooted, but we're here. All seems to be working. You may notice, like, oh gosh, I didn't, like, this is not where Lauren left off last time. Well, the reason is because I told you that my friends who I usually play with had requested that I do this dungeon with them in particular. Since it's not like main story quest, I was like, that's fine. So I did that. I played that with them. And then I swam around talking to them afterwards. So that's why I'm over here, because I was complaining about the fact that there's a volcano, which means there's going to be a fiery lava cave at some point in this game's future. But some of you folks had requested that I not do the continuation of that storyline after that dungeon until I was on stream. So I did that. Or rather, I didn't do that. I did the thing that you asked, which was to not do the thing that you asked me not to do. Words. I've got them. I've got too many words. Like, I feel like I should be, like, limited in the number of words I'm allowed to use at any given time. Hi, Drew. Welcome. Look, see, I'm stalling. My little stalling preamble is enough to buy enough time for Drew to be here. Yay! I obviously don't want you to stay up super late and not get enough sleep, but I am happy to see you. So welcome. And for anyone else who is just joining us now, you haven't missed anything. Pull up a chair, or pull up a seat at the couch. Like, pretend we're all like hanging out on a couch with like snacks and pajama pants. That seems like a cozy, fun time to play video games, doesn't it? So shall we go ahead and teleport to finish this story bit? Can I even teleport? No, I can't teleport. Where am I? Where did I get to? Where? Hold on. Oh, okay. I guess I'm just gonna have to. Fine. We're gonna do this Lauren style. Okay. This is how I get around as a Lauren. I guess I can probably close this one. Whee! Look at me go. Okay, so I did this dungeon off stream by popular request from my my friends I play with. But my general like opinions of it, first of all, in order to get to that dungeon, because like I assume most of you watching me know this game. If you don't know this game, I'm sorry. There was a dungeon. The story of it is, if I remember correctly, like basically the royal line gets like I don't know if they got cursed or something like that. But so the royal palace was basically quarantined, and if we couldn't fix what was going on there, then they were going to have to all be drowned to try to stop the problem. So we had to go into there and fight some like possessed royalty and Ursula. We fought Ursula. But in order to get there, it's in such a trench. Oh, but this way I can see, like, why is this boat here? I want to see what this boat is. Besides, I'm using this time to kind of catch up with what I remember. Why is this boat here? Hold on. There's just a boat just like chilling here. Why are you here, boat? Why? But can I get in the boat? Hold on, we're gonna get in the boat. Can we get in the boat? No. Why is this boat? Why is this boat just chilling? Just like a boat. Oh, okay, so it actually does exist for gameplay reasons. Oh. Yeah, so correct me if I'm wrong, but it is like that you get like the royal family is cursed of some sort, right? So anyway, you swim, you have to like go down. I'm not even exaggerating to get to the palace because it's like incredibly way down there in a trench. And that was wild. Like, I was like, something has to be wrong. Okay, the basement goths has something to do with the curse. Oh, man. Just imagine me swearing at the basement goths. Okay, we're gonna dive. I learned what the dive button was. You know why I learned what the dive button was? Because of that. Because of having to dive all the way down to the palace. I don't know if they've even told me. I clearly, like, so my memory is not great, but we're working on it. So maybe it'll get less bad. Oh, I can just go through this hole. Hold on, I'm just gonna go through this hole right here. But yeah, so I fought some cursed royalty, and I fought somebody who was kind of Ursula-ish. Here, keep going, going down, go down, 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 down. Come on, Loyola. All right, we did it. So now we're gonna go turn this in, which is over here, because we were asked to do this by the princess, who is sister to the ruler, princess, queen, empress. I'm not sure. Okay. Okay, so the curse is lifting. Ah, the ruby princess will still not open her eyes. That's not good. No, that's gonna be something. Okay. There's more to the story. That's why she did say there was something that she couldn't tell me. I'm gonna get this one, since apparently they're worth slightly more that way. Okay, no, you have to tell me your great secret. I want to know what this is. Okay. Okay, start at the beginning. The ruby princess who quietly summons a sheep. Wait, but hold on. I thought that we went down there for the I might be misremembering. I must be misremembering. Or did she get like cursed to be like I'm just gonna stop. I have nothing to build off of here. I'm just gonna stop. She is super cute. Huh. Okay. Wait. I guess I probably should have called that, but I didn't. He's so tall. Ah. Oh, that's why they were so, like, we don't want any more visitors. Because it went really badly last time. Ah. Distant blood relatives. Ah. Okay. Huh. And I guess if nobody's allowed to lay eyes on anything in the palace, except for those who are in the palace, then nobody would know that that's not what the Ruby Princess looks like, and nobody would know that the Ruby Princess didn't have a sister. Oh, she's the second boss of the dungeon. Oh. So when you ascend to the throne, you lose your name and gain nothing, like, become entirely your title. That's very interesting. No, we'll bring her back. No, I don't. You have very good reason to do what you were doing, obviously. Okay, what are we gonna do to fix this? We're gonna fix this. I mean, it's Final Fantasy XIV, so we might not be able to, but... We're gonna try. Ah. Where are we gonna go? Oh, he doesn't like that. But he will accept it. Oh, that's impressive. I was expecting him to argue. God, he is so enormous. How is he so big? Huh. Her soul has long departed? Oh, no, 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 no. Are you thinking what I'm thinking? There has been considerable representation of necromancy in this game up until this point. And somebody has decided they're going to go topside to the surface to find a way to bring back the soul of her friend is departed. Like, it's one thing to be like, ah, she slumbers on. But if her soul has departed and her body remains, that sounds like somebody's going to try necromancy, which is not a good idea. Just not a good idea. Can we take a moment to recall that place? Is that Temptara? Hard? With, oh man, the tragic adventuring party and the girl who completely loses it when her fiancé dies. So she's in Palace of the Dead. Which I was glad, actually. Can I just take a moment to talk about Palace of the Dead? I should probably finish this story thing. I will in a minute, but it's relevant. Because before the stream last time, I beat Palace of the Dead level 100 with my friends. And we're going to keep going. But apparently, if you keep going, like, there's not, I think, additional Palace of the Dead story. But the Palace of the Dead, it winds up being that there's this necromancer who is trying to overcome death for everyone. So he's like, I'm doing this for the good of everyone. And so, like, when you defeat him, he's like, but aren't there people that you love that you would want to spare from death if you could? And I was like, that's actually a really interesting motivation for a necromancy, like, focused storyline to go, you know? I liked it. Which is funny because, like, Palace of the Dead doesn't really feel very much like it's a story. Like, it very much, I mean, it's a mystery dungeon. But I'm trying to remember, and I wish my memory wasn't so bad, because I know that you've got that tragic little adventuring girl, who I can still say she's tragic even after she, like, does horrible, awful things. Oh, it's taken from Tactics. Really, Drew? Because that makes me more interested in playing Final Fantasy Tactics. Etta. Yes, that's right. Yeah, no, having a necromancer who's motivated like that is very interesting. And I remember hearing that Tactics is a political storyline. So how those two would fit together, I'm not sure. So I'm intrigued. Because I've seen people play Tactics, but I did not pay any attention. Yeah, so Etta, I don't know exactly how she got tied in with the necromancer in Palace of the Dead. Yeah, so I'm not necessarily saying that what she's going to do is going to successfully be re-summoning the soul of her friend into her body. But in many stories, people try to do that with necromancy, and it doesn't usually actually work that way. Oh, that makes more sense from my understanding of Tactics Ogre. Okay, Drew. Well, that's still interesting. Huh. Well, that's cool. Good job, Final Fantasy XIV team. Yeah, well, I mean, like, God, what's that game? Shadow Hearts. Shadow Hearts is all about people trying to do necromancy. It never goes according to plan. And yet people keep trying. I'm just like, guys, stop. It didn't work last time. It's not going to work now. Put away the book and just don't. That's my life advice to you. I feel like VG Advisor on Twitter should tweet about, like, don't do necromancy. Please. Nobody will be happy. Not even you. Especially not you. Anyway, this is a really interesting turn for this to go, because until he said that her soul had long departed, I was like, oh, there's some mysterious illness that we must cure magically. Oh, it's a curse. We'll find a magical cure for the curse. But her soul is gone and she is dead, but her body won't die. Is a different direction than I expected. I have recently written something that had that exact sort of situation in it, kind of. But that's not what I expected this story to be doing. Alright, so I guess I should... Oh, wait, hold on. Do I have to go turn in the thing? I think I gotta turn in the thing. Alright. Is this gonna be like a whole plot line? Is this gonna be a whole plot line? Am I gonna do this plot line? I gotta continue the main story quest. I said I was gonna do main story quest, but this is... casting. Oh, that one's for me. Okay. I'm supposed to be doing main story quest on stream. This is not main story quest. And I was gonna do the red mage quests on stream too. Man. Red mage stuff. I should do that at some point. Oh, I'll have you know that with my little friends that I was playing with, we had some time after we did the dungeon, so we tried to fight Sophia a couple of times. I successfully raised the healer at one point. I'm very proud of myself whenever I managed to do that. So do we want to do this side story, or do we want to get on track with the main story quest? What is our preference? I'm asking you folks. Since you are here, I will be doing the story eventually anyway. I never do side stories in this game, like, ever. But, like, I should probably do some side stories more often. That's true. It would probably make more sense to finish the main story quest and then come back and do this side story. We will have to see when we get to the side story if I remember anything that's happened. We'll see. But okay, let's do that. No, that's a good point. The Lord of the Revel. Yes. Yes. Oh, hold on. I'm going to go out there and do this. All right, Dismay, that's true. That is an advantage. All right. We're gonna go... Oh, look at this. Look at how pretty. Sorry, just listening to the music. So we finished Susano. I'm actually super glad that the Susano fight went the way it did. It was really interesting, and it was nice to have a bunch of people who weren't sure what they were doing, and a few people who did know what they were doing kind of balance each other out. So instead of it being like... Because I've spent the vast majority of my time playing this game, I have been carried completely and utterly by my friends, rather than like really contributing in any meaningful way. And so I have years of playing the game, of thinking myself more or less useless. And so fighting Susano, it was interesting to be able to put into practice some of the stuff that I've learned over the past, really the past year. I've only really seriously been playing this game and learning what I'm doing within the past year. So basically, once I started playing with the group of friends that I play with and they started explaining things to me, some notable improvement in my ability to figure out what was going on in the game. But it was interesting because like it was challenging, and I was like, oh, I know what this stuff means. I know things more than the people in the party who don't know things. And it's like, not that I'd done this fight before, but I was like, that's a stack marker. That's a stack marker. We all have to stand on top of each other for the stack marker. Yeah. And not everybody knew that. And I was like, whoa, I know a thing. It felt cool, and it was really exciting. No, I didn't understand how the game worked. So for a couple of years, I didn't even learn how to play. For a couple of years, I like mashed buttons while my friends kept me from dying. And then I mashed buttons through the story. So it really wasn't until Heaven's Word that I started paying attention to the story, and that I then started playing with these friends who were like, okay, so there's this thing, right? And I'm like, oh, I didn't see that thing. Oh, okay, so we've talked about lettuce, right? The shield ability, the protective shield that I guess healers can cast on you. Well, because of the dungeon that I just did, I learned there's the spiky ball, and the spiky ball is the opposite of a shield. The spiky ball is a vulnerability thing. And so if they have the spiky ball, and I was really excited and I kept trying to do this, and they're like, Lauren, that's more advanced than you need to be worrying about. I was like, no. If they have the spiky ball on them, I'm going to Zorro them. And I did successfully once time a Zorro to go off when the spiky ball was on the boss. I was very proud of myself. They were like, oh, that's actually strategy. Good job, Lauren. And I was like, yes. I strategized. Anyway, let's move on to the story here. I was really excited. It's like orange with a black spiky ball in it. It's a debuff that is on the bad guys. That's a vulnerability thing. It looks different when it's on you. Yeah, it's a bad guy's debuff. So when you focus target the bad guy, and you see that. Ninjas! Yes, that's right, we had a ninja. But also one of the bosses, or maybe it was Sophia, some boss does a thing that after they do the thing, if you survive the thing, then they have the spiky ball. By like, it's a naturally occurring spiky ball. And I was like, ooh, I should try to think about this timing. And I was like, this is too much. I'm just going to go after the bad guy. But yeah, so that was me learning a few things about strategy. So yeah, apparently I'm getting to think about games. So yeah. So something that I was really interested in about this whole storyline, if you'll recall, because we messed with everything with the Ninja Turtles, because of Susano, that did not go the way we intended it to. We did not expect to be fighting a primal again. Oh man, okay, Chipmunk, that makes me feel better. Because I didn't know anything about status effects or anything until like... So because I'm a red mage, I have to know dual cast. Because I can't keep track of whether I have it. I have to like... So you'll see when we get into a fight, I have like dual cast is like giant on my... Like right above my hotbar. It's just this giant thing that's like, you have dual cast on now, Lauren. Yeah, but see, Drew, I can't do that in the moment. It's very hard for me to do that. But I do actually do a lot of like controller with one hand, mousing with my touchpad with the other. So I've been trying to do that to learn a few things. But yeah, so because I have to know, I have to see if I've got dual cast up, then I was like, wait, why do I have lettuce? And then people are like, oh, that's a shield. And I was like, cool. And then they're like, and then I was like, why is there darker green lettuce? And they're like, that's super shield. And I'm like, cool, spinach. And so I've been slowly adding a knowledge of what any of these things are. So now I have dual cast, lettuce and spinach, and the spiky ball. But the spiky ball looks different when it's on me, so it's not a spiky ball. But I don't care about the spiky ball being on me because I can't do anything about it. But I care about the spiky ball being on the bad guy because I can do something about it. This is me using official terminology like a real professional gamer. But yeah, so we managed to make the Ninja Turtles retreat. Therefore, the pirates were bold enough to attack the Imperials. And we got to see Grumpy... Oh god, I don't remember what her name is, but I would recognize it if I heard it. Evil sellout lady have a showdown with Gosetsu. It was a verbal showdown, really. And we found out that he had actually joined the Empire to like get a chance to save his master, who has been pointed out to me as Cyan from Final Fantasy VI. Yotsuyu, yes, thank you. And that like, they talked around, like, what I think is one of the big themes of Stormblood, which is, like, what are you willing to do to survive? And I was really excited that they were, like, slapping us in the face with that thematic element. I was like, yes, good. Let me feel like I have correctly identified what's going on here. I like that. Well, no, but see, the thing is, the lettuce and spinach, they don't all have to be food. It's just that lettuce and spinach are food. But spiky ball isn't food. Alright, I'm going to go ahead and continue the main story quest now that I've rambled a bunch. Wait, is it your birthday, Careless Dragon? Happy birthday! Alright. That's right! And I was like, what's that thing that she just did? It looked really cool. And you guys were all like, that was scatter, Lauren, you have scatter. And I was like, oh, I turned off effects for myself, so I didn't know. Well, Careless Dragon, enjoy your cake and your family time. Thanks for dropping by, but I hope that you are enjoying your birthday and having a good time with folks. All right, so are we going to go rescue Elise, who would be very unhappy with us? Like, Elise would want us to choose this second thing. This is what she would want. All right, Careless Dragon. My mom's birthday is tomorrow, so you and my mom are almost twins. Happy almost birthday, Mom. All right, let's see. Are we going to come with her? Okay, so this is what Alice wants. This is what Lisa and I are going to do, because the influence of being around two idiots. Okay, never mind. I was gonna try to get in on your, like, idiot hero-ness, Lise, and you won't let me. No, Lise, no, like, no, like, we, like, all... Oh, Alice, I'm glad that she's here to be a sass pants. Hold on. Sorry, folks. But this has to get documented for posterity. Okay, anyway. Oh my god. So I'm under the impression that people like Alice more than they like Alphino, which kind of makes me sad, because at this point I like Alphino more than I like Alice, which doesn't mean that I don't like her. But I also just spent, you know, an entire expansion that I liked a whole lot with him, and his character growth was great, and he has a very strong personality. Alice. Oh my god, she hugged her! Also, holy crap, the twins are tiny. Do people ship these two? It just occurred to me that people might ship these two. And they're, as far as I can tell, they're roughly close enough in age for it to not be weird or creepy. I don't know how old she is, but I was under the impression that, like, she's like 15 and Lise is like 17. But I might be mistaken on that. They both act like stupid teenagers. So, I suppose that's fair, Sean. Yeah, no, if Lisa's in her 20s, then that's definitely not... Oh, okay, never mind then. Alright, then I guess that was supposed to be a sisterly hug. It's not my fault. Lise acts really young, so I thought she was younger than she was. Amazing. Because Alice is what? 15? 15? How old are they? Are they 17? How old are the twins? They're in that kind of like... No, they've got to be teenagers. Yeah, they can't be like 14. They've got to be like 17. Are they 17? How old are they in Stormblood? I don't know. 17 according to Google. Okay. All right. Okay. All right. Well, either way, too young. So, not be shipping those two. Like, it's totally okay to be like, here's two adorable teenagers being stupid together, but once one of them is 25, it's not okay. Alright, Alice. Yeah, well, it's like a problem that I have with Suikoden. Is like, what's the age of the character at the start of the game versus the age of the character at the end of the game? They're not the same. Because, like, time passes and it actually kind of matters. I don't know. My selfless act of heroism. Oh my god. Okay, hold on. Sorry. We're screenshotting this. And I'm sending it to my friends. They're doing other things, so they won't get these messages anytime soon, but they'll come back. And it'll be... Okay. Alright, Lise. Trousers offending. Wait. No, hold on. Nah. None of these are for me. Mount speed on the Ruby Sea has increased? Oh, did I just accomplish the... Oh, I guess maybe I'm done. Am I done with the Ruby Sea? Area? Yeah, but if I can't use them as a red mage, then I can't use them because I don't play any other classes. Maybe someday. Okay. Alright. Nothing that won't heal. Alice. Okay, so this is our first time coming to this sad little town. Hold on. I'm making sure that I can see this better. Yay! Red mage party! Hold on. At least you're dressed all fancy. You look like you're a red mage. I see you've got your little sword. Hold on. See, look at us. Look at us, cool red mages. I'm going to come up with a different outfit once we're no longer here. Yeah. Mine is silly because my friends were like, pick a fancy sword that you want. And I was like, oh, I want the one with the butterflies. Surprise! So. Now you have a good, cool, classic look. Alright, let's see. So this is new. This is the town that, this is the town that, oh, is it Yutsuya? Is that her name? Oh, hello. Flustered Fisher. Got some alliteration happening. I just like things with butterflies. And fairies. No, I'm not an Imperial. Don't worry. Do I look like an Imperial? Am I wearing a stupid hat? No. Yeah. See, like, the first two of these, like, kill us and then burn our hometown. Or burn our hometown and then kill us. Like, I'm like, oh, that's, like, generic bad. But then barricade us in our homes before putting them to the torch, like, burn us alive. It's like, I feel like not every story would have that in it as a possibility, because that's another step of badness, you know? Like, there's, like, degrees of bad, and that's pretty advanced bad. Stupefied senior. I see we're doing the alliteration thing. We're leaning into that. Okay. Sorry, I just kind of stepped onto you. there's the Jenga tower. Alright, so I have to figure out how to get up there. Industrial, and I assume that's industrious pirate and not industrial pirate. Can I ride on my, what are we riding on? A pony, okay. I mean, they're all ponies, really. Let's see. How do I get up there? Good question. Gotta investigate. It's definitely a Jenga Tower of Doom. Oh no! I'm not, no, you can't make me. I won't. I won't. You can't make me. What are we doing up here? Brooding. The industrious pirate is brooding. Yes! Oh, well, hold on. Hello, friend. Oh, yeah. Yay! Yay! Friendly pirates. The best kind of pirates, really. Alright, so we go down here. I'm not exactly sure where I'm going, so I'm just gonna awkwardly... Oh look, there's Elise. Fortunately, she has the big glowing thing over her head to tell me this is where I'm supposed to go. I thought I was supposed to look for the captain, but I guess I'm gonna have to bring my friends to go speak to the captain. What have I learned? That the Imperials are jerks, and the pirates are saving the day. Find Elise and speak with him together. Okay, yes. Here we go. Here we go. Oops. Oh, interesting music stuff happening. That's cute, Maya. Oh man. Look at these red mages go. Look at us with our glowy, glowy special swords, because we're super cool. Hello, friends! Oh, goodness!
My Eorzean friends. Saw the smoke, did you? A pity you did not come sooner, though I gather you were busy elsewhere.
The voice acting is really good. Like, this the pause on busy. Because, like, it used to be, so, like, though I gather you were busy elsewhere. Like, it's the, I gather you were busy elsewhere. Like it gives the line so much more character than it would have normally had.
Gosetsu! You're alive. You're all alive.
Lisa's happy.
And full of vim and vigor. Did I not tell you I was no stranger to change?
And like him coughing a little bit before he laughs was a nice little detail there too. That's not written in the script, but adds.
Long. Where are all the Imperials?
Well,
fled. They stood their ground for a time, until it became clear that their Korgian reinforcements would not be coming. We took some few casualties, but my deeper regret is having let Yotsuyu slip through my fingers. That bodyguard of hers may be a half-wit, but he's a mean bastard on the battlefield.
Oh my god, he's such a dum-dum. Half-wit is a good way of putting it.
I imagine all involved are satisfied with this outcome. So far as the Empire is concerned, the Confederacy attacked Asari in retaliation for the Viceroy's actions. And without the aid of insurrectionists, I might add. Suffice it to say, we are prepared to be the subject of their undivided attention for the foreseeable future.
This dude is awesome. Okay, I'm interpreting this as banter. Oh, whatever. They're gonna be so reckless. You have no idea.
Our fates are intertwined now. If you fall, so do we.
The only thing better than banter is trying to banter and have somebody be very dramatic and serious at you. Like, yes, I will totally get on board with seriousness.
Your assistance would be most welcome. Nevertheless, we shall do our utmost to spare you undue danger. We are already in your debt.
Nay, little miss, all debts are paid. For by your deeds, many still live who elsewise would not. Let both parties count their blessings, and may fortune continue to favor us all.
All right. That seems fair to me.
You still seek to bring freedom to our people then? You will go to Yansha.
I have faith that our allies yet live. Once we have found them, we will plan our next step.
They must have really like kicked the crap out of him because he's being quiet. He's speaking in a quiet, hoarse voice.
Yansha was the crucible of the rebellion. What happened here pales in comparison to what Yotsuyo did there.
I don't think I want to see any of that, but I figure we're probably going to actually dig into it, and it's probably going to be horrible.
Remember this. Fear changes men. Have care in whom you place your trust.
Smack us in the face with the themes. Somebody who's sufficiently afraid
And
is...
with that, we must take our wounded home. Oh, your shellback friend sends his regards and looks forward to your next meeting. Try not to die before then, eh?
I love this guy. I think he might have become one of my favorite NPCs. He's just like a little bitty dude, like not in a very big part of the story. But he's just got a lot of character, and his voice actor makes him even more full of personality. Oh, I can use this one. Cool. La, 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 la. But yeah, so like... Well, hold on. This usually means that I can get a thing from them, right? Hello, Hamakaze. Kyusei Crick. I don't know what any of that is, but... I see a blue exclamation point, I talk. That's how it goes. But yeah, so they're basically letting us know that we're going to wind up being betrayed by somebody who's desperate enough. That's fine. So we're gonna go to Doma. Alright, Elise. Less than the picture of perfect health. Yeah, so because of his vocal delivery and some, I think that they made his face red. Hi, BGS. Yeah, I'm really liking, because I really didn't like the character that I called Hot Pants. So I'm completely alright with retconning her to have actually been somebody else impersonating her. And I like what they've got for Lise. I think it's interesting to have the two idiot young girls, so that we just discovered that Lise is not actually an idiot teenager. I thought she was. Which is fine, actually. Like, I think the game knows that she's kind of a hot-headed fool with good intent who doesn't fully understand the complexity of the world around her. But no, I like Lise a lot. Yes, Lise's a hot-headed teenager who's 25. And Alice is just a hot-headed teenager. She's an actual teenager, so it's okay. Yeah, no, I really like them. I really liked Alphino a whole lot. So it's nice to get to know his sister, because I feel like Alphino actually arrived at a pretty good stopping point as far as character development goes. Like, he had an arc, he had problems, he outgrew those. And so, like, now it's time for, like, his story has kind of come to a temporary end. And Alice, meanwhile, is... one of the things that I love is that when he comes back after Heavensward and he's grown and matured a lot, she still thinks that he's going to be the less mature of the two of them, because he used to be, but he's not anymore. And I'm like, oh, that's amazing. Yes, no, Lise is on her 8th year of being 17. I think that's good. We'll go with that. All right. You know, I love how much extra bits of the story we got there. or of like the emotional state of things and the characters and things like that, because of the acting, the delivery. So yeah, basically the fact that Gosetsu is using his inside voice tells us a lot about his health, and the coughing that he did before he laughed. Like those little details. I was like, oh, Gosetsu is not doing great. We did it. I'm the Tenkai star. Basically. I am pretty close to beating Suikoden too. We were playing through that last night. It was very exciting to share that game with folks. Alright, Gosetsu. So we're gonna actually go to Doma. That's so interesting. Wait, hold on. There's another quest that unlocks a thing over here. Vexed Villager. Why are we doing alliteration in this town? This is like a thing. This is the third alliterated name. Oh. Oh no, this is the... Okay, that's Heaven on High. Okay, got it. We're not gonna do that. Yes, I guess anything about the questions of like the writing in this game, the answer is Koji Fox. Alright, so we're gonna like go. Oh wait, that's a Kojin beat. Oh. I'm gonna, well, this is a quest. I'm gonna do main story quest stuff. I appreciate Dragon Quest's ridiculous writing. Not in 7. I don't like the writing in 7, but otherwise the like massive absurdity in it I find very charming. Hold on. Why is my map so big? Map! Why? It's probably because of changing the resolution. Since I'm now using a different screen. It's nice not to have the game and chat and everything all on my like little monitor. Oh, another meanwhile. Another meanwhile. This, okay, we didn't have meanwhiles like this in Heavensward, did we? I don't think we did. This is a different storytelling style. Turtles? Are we going to be betrayed by our turtle friend?
We cannot rest here for long. This place is not safe.
I see. It's the red.
Mayhap no worries if thieves can breach our vaults. Nevertheless, it is our duty to protect these treasures, and we shall not fail for want of effort.
We were just trying to start a fight. Nobody else will take your treasures, I promise. They're fine. You can go back and put them in your vault. You're okay. This is going to end badly for them.
So,
oh.
This is why you abandoned your posts.
Oh no.
Without a word of explanation.
Oh no.
Rather thoughtless of you, was it not?
This isn't going to be good. Because I don't actually dislike any of the turtles.
Yotsuyu, pray forgive us our absence, but our home was under attack. Our vaults plundered by outsiders.
She's going to take everything and kill them horribly.
Did you even pause to consider the possibility that it might be a diversion? What is the point of contracting your services if you are not here when they are required?
Her actor does a great job too. She's so slimy. But not like slimy in like the usual slimy way.
In charge to bring these vermin to heel. To torment them, body and soul, until all they hold dear is as bitter ashes in their mouths. And then you go and ruin everything!
So she's interesting because, like, she's like, what horrible things we must do to survive? And then she's like, well, what if I just embrace it? You know, what if I just lean into this? It's not that the world is forcing me to be this way. I'm choosing to be this way. Look at how much I enjoy it. I am in control of my own life. I don't have control issues or trauma. No, I'm the boss. Don't be like her. Get therapy.
Well, There's naught to be gained in belaboring the point. All that remains is to administer your punishment.
Yeah, just, like, peace out. Just leave her. Like, it's not worth working for somebody like this who will turn on you like that. He's really big.
Wait, my lady!
Yeah. The sound effects don't make it very ambiguous. So you gonna take their stuff? Like, I wonder if she's smoking.
No, it's no good. There's just no joy in it. Release.
Like, she's so incredibly damaged that she's, like, desperately trying to find something that will make herself feel when she's presumably completely numbed herself to be able to survive her situation. And I wouldn't be surprised if whatever she's smoking in that pipe is having some kind of an effect as well.
There needs to be some investment. They were negligent imbeciles deserving of punishment, but it was hardly personal. 10,000 such cordian could not satisfy me half so well as a single Doman.
Yeah, she's just completely broken. Like, just completely... Oh, they broke all of the stuff. This is probably not something we want her to have her hands on. This is probably not something we want her to have her hands on. Either that or she'll break it.
And what do we have here? One of the vaunted treasures of the realm. The craftsmanship is certainly impressive. Mayhap we can use it to make amends.
She speaks so quietly.
How long before Lord Xenos reinstates me, do you reckon? I've got unfinished business back in Eorzea.
He is really not the brightest. Dude, this is not... No.
Is serving me really so unbearable? At least pretend to enjoy, you witless lump!
She's Kefka. Clever. All right.
If you are so desperate to earn a way back to Eorzea, then be quiet and do as you're told. And bring that sword while you're at it.
Amazing. Yeah, because I was actually like something about the way that she talks about these things. It reminds me of something. It reminds me of someone. It's a little familiar. It is, in fact, given that this is Stormblood, given that this is unabashedly the Final Fantasy VI story in Final Fantasy XIV, given that Doma has been destroyed by this person, I do not have a doubt in my mind that when Koji Fox was like, all right, we're going to work on the dialogue for this character, let's channel Kefka. But one thing that Final Fantasy VI doesn't do, it doesn't humanize Kefka. You get one or two throwaway lines about why he is the way he is, which is that in the process of being infused with magic, something went wrong and something in him snapped. And then he becomes this deranged evil clown who's very sadistic and likes to torture people and has a very interesting way of speaking. There's something incredibly specific and awful about the way that he treats people and the way that he delights in other people's suffering. I wouldn't expect any Final Fantasy XII illusions. I mean, maybe because I haven't played Final Fantasy XII, but this entire scenario is basically lifted from Final Fantasy VI. So, like, it's for me, like, it's not even subtle. Like, I mean, they have Lord Cyan of Doma, Lord Cyan of Doma from Final Fantasy VI. They have the Imperials invading, and the rebellion against the evil empire is the story of Final Fantasy VI. So it's like, it's not, I don't think that it's accidental. Like, with the way that they're doing the names, the way they're setting things up, like Stormblood is like, hey, did you like Final Fantasy VI, Lauren? And I'm like, I sure did. They're like, great, well, buckle up, because we're going to do some of that for you now. We're going to interpret it our way. Which they kind of set up, like I said, with the floating continent at the Magitech Research Facility in the end of Heaven's Word. They're like, hey, do you remember that one point in 6? And I was like, yes, I do. Thanks. Cool. So I'm curious, because I kind of get the impression, like, I know that we're going to the moon at some point later, and I don't know why. So please, if you're watching this for the first time, please don't spoil story things. But I know that I know that they're going to the moon, and I suspect that whatever's coming next is going to be the Final Fantasy IV one. So I was like making some guesses kind of I'm trying not to make guesses about it. But something to do with 4 though. So. Oh, interesting. I don't think I didn't know that, Drew, but that's actually very clever, because the 7th game has something significant being dropped, and the 6th game has the floating continent. Interesting. Okay, well, maybe there's elements of 12 in this, and I just don't know, because I haven't played 12. But all this to bring back to where I started, she's Kefka, and suddenly everything about her makes sense, because Final Fantasy VI, I love that game entirely too much. I've written 118,000 words of a fanfic that I'm still going. By the way, I have gotten, people have sent in their auditions for the podfic version of that. I think I've maybe settled on casting my main characters. It's just very exciting. So if you don't like to read stuff, but you like putting on things in the background, and you don't mind the sound of my voice, which I assume you don't because you're here, I will be doing, I guess, an audiobook version of my Final Fantasy VI fanfic, except with like other people voicing the dialogue and stuff. So that's going to be happening. So as much as I love that game, which obviously I love that game way too much, something that it doesn't do, because the era that it came out in, it really couldn't. We couldn't have expected it to go into like the depth of characterization and development that we would expect from a more modern game. But it is a very, very dark game for what it is in some ways. Like it doesn't pull its punches. And so Final Fantasy XIV overwhelmingly doesn't pull its punches. It's very dark, but it's also very interested in the psychological makeup of its characters. So Yotsuyu is, I think, somebody saying, like, what could make an actual person in a non-over-the-top melodramatic operatic storyline, but an actual, like, person behave as Kefka does and be that unhinged, that violent, that finding sadistic joy and delight in the suffering of others, like cackling as you set people on fire, turning people against each other, using mind controlling somebody else to murder your own people just to make a point while you laugh, surrounded by flame, unnecessarily committing genocide because you can. Like, Kefka is pretty horrific. And a complaint I've heard people say about him is that he's not super interesting, because it's like, oh, guy is crazy, now he does bad stuff. So Yotsuyu is doing very similar things to what Kefka does in 6. And she has the same attitude. She's very much, you will serve me. How dare you talk to me? Like, there's at one point where, like, Kefka's, like, in the middle of the desert, and he makes his dudes dust the sand off his boots. And like, the way that is, the way she commands people, the way she's like, you, like, little stupid bugs that aren't worthy of being under my feet. That's exactly the way he talks to people, commands people around, treats them like garbage, like all of that. Yotsuyu is Kefka. Except that part of why Kefka can do what he can do is that he has this immense magical power that's being harnessed. Yotsuyu, I don't think, has anything like that. She just has managed to grab a hold of political power somehow and is a useful tool for the Empire, because she has absolutely no limits or barriers or boundaries on what she's willing to do. So, like, that's great. Like, you don't ever have to worry about Yotsuyu being like, I won't do that. That's too far. You know? But because this game is more sophisticated in its storytelling and characterization than Final Fantasy VI, we got to know why she's that way. We can see it, we can hear it, we can feel the damage in her underneath the way she is. Kafka, one can guess that Kafka is a damaged person. But one kind of has to read into that. And again, like, Final Fantasy VI is very much like a melodramatic, over-the-top, operatic storyline, rather than something that's trying to be, like, super grounded and real. But it's I like having a character like that. And I something, because there was something that was kind of like messing with my mind with her that was just like, this is familiar. It's because she's Kafka. And I've had people ask me, how do you feel about Yotsuyu? So one of the first things that Kafka does, the first thing that Kafka does in Final Fantasy VI, so I don't feel like this is a spoiler, he puts a slave crown, is what it's called, on one of the characters prior to the story starting, because she has magical abilities. He puts this on her so that it robs her of her being able to be fully conscious, control her own body, have her own thoughts, so he can control her and make her do what he wants her to do. And he has her set, like, hundreds of his own men on fire. And then he laughs. Welcome to Kafka, folks. So it's not really a stretch to draw a connection between that and Yotsuyu. Now, and there is kind of this feeling where Kefka's kind of like, I want to get revenge. Like, I did kind of sometimes get this little bit of, like, feeling of him being like, I'm going to get revenge on you for what you did to me by doing this experiment on me. That snapped me or something like that. But that's kind of there, but not the same way as it is here. So it's interesting. It's not that she's exactly, I'm not saying that she is Kafka, like, she's not literally they recreated Kafka, but functionally she's Kafka. And I'm like almost entirely positive that that was like a pattern there, because the, like, incredibly irreverent, nasty, joking, sadistically delighted way of speaking is so distinctive for Kafka, and it's so prominently how she talks. Yeah, she's very much, I think, very much influenced by Kafka, but she doesn't, like, set things on fire or have massive magical power herself, so she's not the same character. She's terrifying for different reasons. That's great. Anyway, now I like her more as a character. Obviously, I despise her as a person. That should go without saying. But you can have a character that you love to hate. She's so much more interesting than generic Princey McPrincerson with a golf bag. You know? Because, like, that dude, boring. This lady, interesting. Do more interesting, less boring. Yes. I don't know. His name is like Xenos or something, like literally generic late 90s JRPG villain name. Like there had to be one of those in like Xenogears and probably I don't know. Anyway. Having this sword is going to be really bad. There's going to be some reason why we really don't want her to have this sword. Is he going to get possessed if he picks up the sword? Yo, he even has like the most generic name. Like Xenos is really boring. If he exists to be a foil for everyone else, that's fine. Gets a Garlean Empire is what that says. So we're going to continue traveling to Doma, which looks like it says Rome, but it doesn't say Rome.
I remember the silence. How the talking stopped when we first set foot on the plains of Yansha.
It looks totally different.
Before us stood yet another wall, and through a great Magitech field we glimpsed Doma Castle. I'll never forget the sight, or the anger I felt that day. Life, liberty, hope, so much lost, so much taken. As we walked through that war-torn land, no one said a word.
Gensui, that is the fan nickname for the Suikoden series because it's Genso Suikoden is the full title. So Gensui. Sorry. Yeah, calling Xenos golf bag is a good name. Like that he's a golf bag. What is, hold on, I have to give you a food. What food items have I got? Would you like some beet soup? Oh, hold on, I can do this. No. Here. Alright. You get some beet soup. I'm helping. Alright. Thank you. This music is very different. Yangsha. Probably saying it wrong. I'll try to... So I'm trying to alter the way I say Doma. But Doma is a location, an important one in Final Fantasy VI, which, again, came out many years ago and is very important to me. So it's going up against a lot of time of saying just Doma. So I'm gonna try. I swear I'm gonna try. So I know that they want me to think about the desolation, and that's what they were trying to highlight in that cutscene. That did not work for me because I was like, oh, this is interesting. It has like, you know, different landscape, different architecture. Everything is different. The difference and the newness was very interesting, and that's what caught my attention. Like... what I would usually expect that I would see, it'd be like, oh, this is desolation. Like, isn't here yet. Like, we're not, I really like the piano. We're not seeing, like, village burned down to the ground immediately. You know, we're not seeing, like, plains that have been, like, scorched earth, etc. Hello, my red mage friend. I too convert here. So I'm sorry to the game developers. I feel as though I have failed them for not having the reaction. Yeah, no, like it's like if I were to walk into a place that looked a little more like Tinto, yeah, I would be like something bad happened here. But that's not the story here. The story here is not the killing plains, you know? And, like, because I have no concept of what this place is supposed to be like, I can't be like, oh, it's all abandoned. So, I'm sorry I didn't have the right reaction to that. Okay. Gosetsu is going to tell us history. Once your caution would be warranted, but no longer? Ah. Okay. So he was like, okay, I smashed everyone here. There's nothing interesting for me. I'll just leave this crazy lady to do it. So Xenos did that too. I mean, that's pretty in keeping with what he's been doing. Oh, not Alamigo. There's a a broader term for the region. What's that? What? Girabania. Yes, thank you. That. This seems to be in keeping with what he does with them. I mean, that's why the villages were so absolute. Oh my god, Albino Wookiee. That's a great name. Why the I'm trying to have a story scene and you're just gonna chop down a tree. Okay, that's fair. But like the way that they managed to get the village is so utterly hopeless that like there's like no point in even trying to stand up. They have nothing to spare to try to fight. Like, I don't know. They do a good job conveying the like power and being crushed under the thumb of the Empire's power. Sorry, I'm just like looking around here. Okay. This is different music. Oh look, it's my fancy horse. My accidental fancy horse. Hold on, I gotta go talk to everybody. You can't think I'm not gonna talk to everyone. The drunken toad. Okay, but like... Can I like go inside? I probably am gonna get eaten by that tiger, so I'm gonna try not to. Yeah, it's really, really messing with me to Seek and Sweet, just because like for almost as long I've loved Suikoden. Suikoden is not that much newer than Final Fantasy VI, and so that's what I'm used to. Against what you're meaning. Oh, there's a fate over there. It'll probably beat me up. I should probably not mess with it. Look at this kitty. Don't fight me, kitty. Please don't fight me. Okay. Kitty didn't fight me. Oh no! It's one of those guys! Oh my god, hold on, sorry. I know I don't want to fight him, he's got this special thing, but I want to take a look at him, because I've never seen one of him in 3D. Hold on, sorry. You fight these guys in Final Fantasy VI at least, I think also 4. You totally do, you know? I don't remember what they're called. But you fight those guys. Wait, does that mean that like whatever those like spiky angry things in Stormblood is going to be something that I'm like, oh, I've seen that before, like the Whelk? Like the Whelk? We took out the Whelk. No, that was a fate. Never mind, that was different. The Whelk from Final Fantasy VI, the first boss you fight. I was like, oh, that's very clever, thank you. I don't even remember what those guys do, but I like see one and I'm like, I'm pretty sure I hate it. I don't think I want to hang out with it. Wait, hold on. I found my friends. They were hiding behind a tree. Hello, friends. Lise is trying to be sneaky, but Gosetsu's just standing there. Okay. Where are they, BGS? Where are they in 6? Like, are they on, like, the floating continent, or... Okay. That would explain it. The Phoenix Cave is really hard. When I replayed through that game last year... By the way, I'm probably gonna I'm gonna get the Pixel remaster and play it of 6, so if anybody wants to see me play it again, I can stream it or not, I don't know. Oh god, the Phoenix Cave. This is pretty music. I'm listening to the music. Floating continent's really hard. Alright, Gosetsu, what are we gonna do? Persimmons are delicious. Yeah, but we can't trust that because we're gonna go in there and be like, we're not Imperials, and the non-Imperials are gonna be like, if we turn you into the Imperials, they might not be mad at us, so we're gonna turn you in. Demonstrating uncharacteristic restraint, that's a good thing. Prudence has ever been my watchword. Oh, well, that's good to know, VGS. I'm glad to know that when they put things like that in from other games, they have references. Life after Doma. Oh, okay, we're gonna go spy on things over here. Hold on. It's a bunch of instruments I don't know. I mean, there's a flute and other things. Oh my god, Karsten, that's fantastic. Karsten, if you just got here, I just realized that Yotsuyu is Kafka. Very exciting. She's very, very, very clearly inspired by him, personality-wise, dialogue-wise. It's pretty great. I don't know why I didn't make that connection sooner, but I made it now. All right. Yeah, but that's probably because they don't need to have Imperial soldiers, because they know that they've whipped these people so badly. We're gonna get in trouble because that's gonna happen. That's totally gonna happen.
Then there is no need to remain hidden. Let us go and greet them as friends.
He is no longer using his inside voice. He has recovered. Yeah, and his face is no longer like pale and pink like it had been. Being on the road has been good for him. Gosetsu, you're gonna get in trouble. This is not gonna go well.
I'm going too.
This is not gonna go well. This is no. We need somebody who is calm and reserved and thinks before they act.
Good people of Namai, hearken to me. We come in peace and desire only information to learn of recent events.
I don't think that's a good idea. Why are you doing that, sir?
Isn't that the general?
Gosetsu?
Lord Gosetsu, can we preserve your right? He lives.
Yeah, Gosetsu, what were you thinking? He's very distinctive.
I say, brothers and sisters, is aught amiss? Why do you regard me as one with a wild beast? Why is there fear in your eyes? Why do you tremble so?
Is this from when he was working with the Imperials, or is this because they're afraid that if they're seen aiding and abetting a known enemy of the Empire, they'll be in trouble? I could go either way.
Ah, but of course, you fear me a vengeful spirit of the dead. Rest assured, naught could be further from the truth. For am I not corporeal? Are my feet not firmly set upon the ground?
We need somebody calm and mature and level-headed who makes intelligent decisions. The closest we have in this party is a 17-year-old, 16-year-old? 16-year-old. That's not good. I did not do the tower climb parkour challenge. I did a little bit of parkour and then was like, no, this is not for me. Yes, we do need, Yugiri I think would do well. Because we can't have Ishtola. So Yugiri is a good alternative. Ishtola would just be like, what are you doing? Just stop. Just stop.
What should we do? If they catch him here, you know what will happen.
All the times for him to turn up. Has the old fool lost his mind?
Somebody's gonna have to go tell him to go away. Oh, you're adorable. You're gonna die. Look at your freckles!
You! But why have you come here? What do you want from us?
This kid is gonna die and I'm really sad about it.
I know not who you are to speak thus to your elders, boy, but mine only desire is to be received with the hospitality owed a humble traveler, not the fear and trepidation one might afford a wrathful shade.
Gosetsu, they are under Imperial conquest. They are ruled under the thumb of that sadistic woman. How do you not know this? Why do you think you can just waltz in and have them greet you like a friend? What is wrong with your judgment, sir?
What you going on about? Actually, never mind. Just come with me, now.
Alright, Freckles. Gosetsu, follow him. Alright, Gosetsu, what do you have to say for yourself? If he were younger, I might say he's a candidate for being a himbo. He's not the brainiest brain. He doesn't get it. Yeah. Yikes. Lisa's nervous. Hello, Freckles. Gosetsu! Oh my god. I want to like smack him upside the head. I know. I wouldn't expect a man like you to know who I am. Oh my god, Gosetsu, what did you... Oh my god. Help with this man. I need someone with a brain who uses it regularly. No, Gosetsu, you're going to get these people killed. It was bad enough when Lise did it, but she's on her 8th year of being 17. You are on many more than that, sir. I feel like Alpha No as he is now would be an improvement to this party. As far as like mature, intelligent decision making goes. Proud headquarters of the Doman Liberation Front. All heart, no brain. Yes. Well, the thing is, Elise has some brain in there. She just doesn't always use it like she should. So we're going to go there and we're going to see that his waking stance has been completely burned to the ground, and there'll be like bodies strung up all around it and heads on pikes and things like that, and maybe then he'll get it. Maybe. Is this that guy? No, yeah, that's that guy. Not gonna mess with him. Nanohana. Everything. Tell me all about it. I'm sorry, ma'am. I don't think that's likely, but admiring my bamboo pole collection. Oh my goodness. Yeah, that is you sure do have some bamboo poles, sir. Just like standing there admiring them, you know, you gotta love what you love with your whole heart. It used to be quite lively before half of the blasted village. Conscripted. Okay, they were conscripted. That is not the end of the world then. I mean, it's not good, but it is much better than being like imprisoned or tortured to death, which is kind of what I thought had happened. Okay. Okay. So Gosetsu has no idea how things are, and since he wasn't there to see how crushed everyone was in Giravania, the rice paddies are gonna get destroyed. I'm sorry, I feel like I'm just like all gloom and doom with things, but like everything's gonna die. Everyone's gonna die. Everything's gonna get destroyed. They established early on in Stormblood that they were not afraid to do that. So, see, they're finding joy in natural beauty. They are finding happiness where they can hold on. I'm gonna go into town. I'm gonna ride on my pretty bird. Oh, hello. I gotta attune to this. Hello, Mutts. Oh, there totally are! I thought there was like a wolf person, but I was like, I don't think we've ever seen wolf people. So I was like, I must have misunderstood that. No. I would like nothing more than to devour an entire tiger right now. Alright, you know, good for you. Go eat your... Hello. Ah. Interesting. A distinctive fog. Have I spoken to Miyake yet? Persimmons are really tasty. Raisin. You are one of the dragon people. Okay. Village mender. Mend my stuff. Yes. Excellent. Good. Night Dawn. That's a cool name. For when my grandson returns from the war. Yeah, so like, war doesn't end with the Empire. Like, it just keeps warring everywhere. Like, that's what it does. So they're teaching us a few things. I'm sure that this is actually true. I'm sure this is actually how raising rice is in the real world as well. So they're like letting us know that we should respect rice farmers. Alright. So, have I spoken to Shinden? I don't think I've spoken to these people. Oh, I'm sorry. Sorry, we're playing this game first person now. Do you mind? Oh, you're oh, there's a... Oh, I was like, there's a bird flying overhead, but no, in fact, it is a person on a chocobo. It does, doesn't it? It's kind of wacky. Oh, they're striking dummies. Hello, Delicia. It's kind of fun since you can play this game like this. It's kind of fun to try, isn't it? Okay, I think I want to go down there. I think this is where I want to be. Amazing. That was very satisfying. I should probably let my health recover. Amazing. Okay, that's too weird. I'm not going to keep going with it. But I might do that when I walk around towns a little bit. It's a good way to kind of take in the world around you. Oh, I got a dual cast. I just use that. See how big my dual cast thing was? Oh, we're swimming again, huh? Where is Lise? Oh, hello, Fukata. Fishing. Keeping watch and fishing. Okay. Okay. Oh, no. You know what he's doing? I mean, actually, no, I don't have to worry about this because L'Oreala can breathe underwater, so she's fine. But I thought that he was... Oh, you can climb up there, okay. I thought he was, like... Okay, so swimming through, like, little caves. Oops. Very scary. Okay, underwater caves. I think underwater caves might be worse than fiery lava caves and that you're more likely to encounter them. But they're both pretty high on the Lauren doesn't want to go there list. So if you want to swim up, you hit the up button. Like not the up, like move, like you hit the jump button. You jump to the surface. That's what I'm doing. See, look at me jumping. What is this music doing? Because I like it. Now we're in a cave. All right. Oh, the Liberation Front still exists? Oh, Gosetsu, did you have a harder time? How invigorating. Huh. I actually expected this place to be burned to the ground, and it's not. Give me a bandana I can use. Gosetsu, you did get the crud beaten out of you not that long ago. We were told of your coming. Oh. Oh. They're actually not a whole mess. Huh. I did not expect this. So now Gosetsu is explaining things to them. We found the returners.
This is the House of the Fears. But there are so few of them.
At least there are some.
Many kindred spirits remain in hiding following the rebellion. Many others gave their lives for their nation. We are a stubborn remainder. Even accounting for our comrades in the field, we are at a fraction of our former strength, 'tis true. Yet we few are patriots. Brothers in arms, prepared to fight with every fiber of our being to set our people.
Sorry, I didn't mean to cut him off. Look at how young they are.
Ever are we hopeful that others will join our cause, but never did I dream that you would journey so far.
That is a voice that I was hoping we would hear soon. Please come be a grown-up for us, Yugiri. We need you.
Yugiri! Gods, it's good to see you. You look great, by the way. Have you been here long?
Lise. She's so silly.
I returned but recently, having concluded my mission. Oh, it is good to see you again, my friends.
Everything is a little bit better now that she's here.
Your mission is concluded? Then you have found the young master.
Ere we speak of that, I would know by what fortuitous circumstance our friends came to be here.
I'm glad that we all have the same feeling of, at last, a grown-up.
The Empire's crimes are all too familiar. Beast, my heart goes out to your people.
We wanted to stay and fight, believe me, but we knew it wouldn't work. We needed more time to rebuild, and more allies to stand with us against the Empire.
We're gonna scrape together the tiny bit of energy that both of these peoples have left and bring the Eorzean Alliance into it, and maybe, just maybe, we'll be able to overthrow the Empire in this specific part of the world and kick them out.
So we decided to come here and help you free Doma. To show everyone that you're not alone, and that the Garleans can be beaten if we work together. I'd like to think we proved that in the Ruby Sea.
That is true, actually. That is a very good parallel that I hadn't thought about. Having people who said, like, there's no way we can stand alone again. Like, we can't fight the Empire. They're too strong. And we're like, okay, well, what if we, like, do a few things so that we're stronger and they're weaker? And I was like, oh, okay, I guess maybe we can do that. It's the same sort of thing that we're doing here. Oh, I see what you did there.
And far more besides. Needless to say, your assistance would be most welcome.
Here, here. Now then, Yugiri, you must tell me of your search for our master.
Yugiri. Sorry. I keep putting a
Lest you
emphasis.
Wonder, he speaks of Lord Hien, son of Lord Cayenne, who perished during the rebellion.
Hien. Okay.
When it became clear that all hope of victory had gone, Lord Hien bade us deliver as many of our people as we could to safety beyond our borders.
The refugees.
But as his father's heir, he was determined to fight on, and so he did. Until he suffered a grievous wound in battle and vanished without a trace. Until now. For I have found Lord Hien, seen and spoken with him, on the Azim steppe.
Azim, okay.
boundless and merciful Kami. The young master lives. Tell me, was he well? Did his wound yet ail him? Where is he now? Have you brought him back to us?
I love how genuine his enthusiasm is. The questions just come tumbling out.
You may take comfort in the knowledge that he is hale and whole. However, when I invited him to return with me to Doma, he had this to say.
Flashback.
If Doma yet thirsts for the blood of patriots and tyrants, I shall offer unto her my blade. But if she has had her fill of bitter draughts, I shall offer unto her conquerors my head.
So he is willing to fight if Doma will rise against the Empire with him. But if it will save his people, he will let himself be killed.
Thrice did I declare to him that no true son or daughter of Doma would ever accept such a sacrifice. But for all my passion, he would not be swayed. Learn the truth of her heart and return to me, he said. And so I left him.
That is a very good way of establishing that he is cool. Wait, I mean, you can assume the fact that he fought to save his people makes him cool, but this specifically makes him cooler.
To wear the mantle of leadership too soon. Yet there is wisdom in them all the same. If the people no longer yearn to be free, it would be folly to rekindle the fires of war.
Lise disagrees.
To suffer our master, to surrender his life and forsake all hope of freedom is by far the greater folly. I will not go to face my fallen comrades having done naught to stop it.
Nor I, Shadow Walker, nor I. But we need not rouse our comrades to battle this day. Let us instead welcome our honored guests and allow them a moment of respite.
All right. She looks so sad and serious. I'm not entirely clear on the timeline of that, so... Yeah, I was gonna say, this looks like the Aetheryte. Huh. So if you send unattuned people, they might wind up in random places. How are we gonna go? Are we gonna go get Alpha now? Kaidate. Alright, you enthusiastic youngster. Lise, are you having... Oh. You're making friends, Lise? Okay, we're gonna learn a bit more about the rebellion because my brain is like a sieve, so I forget everything. Zenos's stratagems. What did he do? And then... Oh, he did that to us! Yeah. Maybe they're both Kefka. Maybe they took the idea of Kefka as a villain and decided to like split that into two pieces in a way, or have the master and the servant both share this kind of sadism. But I don't think so, because he's not unhinged enough. She's unhinged enough to be like Kefka. Yeah, he's looking for somebody who can challenge him. And if they're not worthy of fighting him, then he just kills them. Yeah, he's always looking for something. That's something that I kind of picked up on with the when we got wiped out with the Alamegan resistance. Anyone who wasn't an interesting enough challenge, he just killed them. Just bam, they're dead. And the ones that seemed like they might have potential to be an actual challenge, he let us live. It's like fishing and throwing back the ones that might become worth catching later on. Okay, so she's going to give him Susano's sword. This is only going to end well for everyone. Oh, he's going to put the Susano sword in his golf bag, isn't he? That's not going to go well. Yes. Here's the thing is, he's more of like a spoiled brat prince in some ways. Well, yeah, we'll beat him eventually. Yes, please, tell me all about this. Okay. 25 years ago. Okay. I think I've spoken to everyone in here. We are coming up on 10 o'clock, so I may talk to some folks out here and then we'll shut down for the night. Let's see what we've got going on here. Alright, well this is not what I thought was going to happen, so they are actually less hopeless than I expected. I fight primals regularly for fun, so like, probably we're good. Yes. Alright, strategy. No samurai has the strength to defeat the villain old age. It is definitely their rising stones of Doma. 10 years, okay. So I guess 25 years ago, the first rebellion happens. Cayenne was killed. 15 years later, his son tried to lead a second rebellion, I suppose, and then... Good night, Drew. Sleep well. Thank you for joining. I hope you get some good rest. Soon put paid. I don't know what that's supposed to be. The secrets she sold. Was she formerly one of them? Alright, we're gonna talk to Yugiri. I think I'm gonna go ahead and shut down here unless I should talk to Yugiri. Ah, thank you, Josmea. Yeah, that's not a phrasing that I'm familiar with, so I appreciate the explanation. I feel like this is probably going to lead to the next round of scenes, so I think this is probably a good time to stop. Does that work for you folks? Okay. I guess we'll just sit here for a moment before I shut down. Thank you so much for joining, folks. I know, like, my streaming schedule has been kind of iffy the past several weeks, couple months, but I really appreciated all of you dropping by and hanging out with me. I'm excited about this game and its story. Like, there's a lot of good stuff going on. I hope you'll forgive me my need to draw conclusions or comparisons, especially between this and Final Fantasy VI. But that's like kind of my priority. Okay, hold on. I guess like my interest a lot of times is in okay. Alright, I'm gonna learn an ability. Bring hands. Oh, cute. Alright. Thank you, Careless, for that. So because I love Final Fantasy VI so much, and this is the Final Fantasy VI expansion, like, I'm going to continue to say this sort of thing and talk about this sort of thing and, like, explore these sorts of ways of thinking. So hopefully that's not too annoying for everybody, but that's what I'm doing. I'm kind of curious to see how everything starts coming together from here. There's a lot. I feel like we are on the cusp of another major, like, we just left an area, we're now in a new area, so we will see what happens from here on out. But yeah, thank you so much for joining me. No combat this time, but if there's fighting next time around and you feel like joining me, I'm always happy to have viewers fighting monsters with me. We'll see kind of what happens from there. So I should be streaming on Wednesdays for the foreseeable future, so I'll let you know if anything else comes up. Otherwise, yes, tomorrow night will be Hades. Tuesdays we're still playing through Suikoden 2, and Wednesdays will be this game. So feel free to drop by if you are free. If you, like me, like Final Fantasy VI, then you should, like, keep in touch with me, because boy do I like Final Fantasy VI and create Final Fantasy VI related things. Yeah, so thank you all so much. Take care of yourselves. Have a good night. If you want to join us on our Discord, you're more than welcome to. I talk about what I'm doing, let people know, like, streams are coming and things on social media, which I didn't do this week, so I should do more of that. But yeah, take care, and I will see you later. Bye!